Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we have the alcohol-related lighters that are currently in my personal collection. I have not made an effort to purposely collect lighters that have alcohol advertisements on them. I have shared with you in the past, I believe that alcohol is terrible for you, and that's one of the reasons why I'm making this video, is to give me a backdrop for the video that I want to publish this Saturday. As I began to gather them up this morning to make this video, I actually had one more than I thought I had. I knew that I had the first four that you see there in the row from right to left, but had forgotten about the newest Canadian Club Whiskey Penguin Cygnus lighter that I just acquired here in the last couple months. We'll go ahead and start here from the right to the left, and this lighter is one of my prized possessions, one of my favorites, one of the lighters that you would really have to offer me a good chunk of money to get me to part with it. Really clever graphic on the front, which was, I believe, a public service campaign in the 1960s. Says doctors agree, moonshine kills. And then on the back is an ATF, Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms badge. Really cool, brand new, purchased off of an eBay auction. I bought that one here in the last year. Next we have the very nice Cygnus table lighter that I traded for with my friend Donald Hine. Traded him a bunch of Ronson stuff for a couple of Cygnus table lighters and a Cupid roller lighter. This is an advertising lighter for Beefeater Gin and Stuart Dundee Scotch Whiskey. Also is engraved for Lapert Licorice CA, Venezuela. Very cool table lighter. Nothing uncommon about it. I would say that's probably the most common Cygnus that you see on eBay. Now this next lighter, the Smirnoff Park advertising with the Smirnoff emblem. I can't recall exactly how I acquired it. I believe it was in, no, I was going to say it was in a group of other lighters, but I think I may have bought it, like I did a lot of these, from one particular eBay seller called Lightersaurus. And when I bought it, I had the idea of reselling it, and then it just reminded me too much of my old man. And if you know me, if you knew my old man, if you spent any time in the woods with him during those last few years, then you probably know the story. And you know why this lighter would be so dear to me. Next is a two-sided advertiser for 100 Pipers Scotch Whiskey, Seagram's 100 Pipers. This is a legitimate advertising lighter, the emblem and the engraving. many other examples out there that you can see have sold over eBay over the years. So I'm showing these off just like I would any other lighter in my possession, or that I'm trying to sell, or whatever the occasion for showing it off may be. But the truth is that the advertising and the products that went into, or the reason that these lighters were made, except for the Moonshine Kills, because that's not an advertising lighter for an alcohol company like these other four are. But alcohol is a serious issue, just like tobacco is a serious issue. And there are consequences for its use. And sometimes it is difficult to discontinue their use. And that is what I want to use these lighters as a backdrop for to talk about this Saturday. Some of these I've collected simply because they make a nice addition to my collection, like the Cygnus. Country Club whiskey, not necessarily my thing, but, or Canadian Club whiskey I should say, but it's a nice addition to my Cygnus collection, and if I collect anything, it is Cygnus lighters. Others, like the 100 Pipers lighter, because of a family member. My Uncle Paul was a great friend of mine, and I used to keep him supplied in groceries and whiskey, and about once every 6 months I would take him a bottle of 100 Piper Scotch. He paid me for it, of course. I wasn't paying for his whiskey. So this lighter couldn't help but remind me of my Uncle Paul. So we collect them for all kinds of reasons, and I don't pass judgment on anything that anybody collects. You know, it doesn't really matter what the specifics are. We all collect the things we like. That's the worst advice you could give anybody. Collect what you like. They're already doing that. Collect for value and don't waste your money like so many collectors. Really strange sometimes how we end up with the things we collect and why we end up holding on to them. Until next time.